How is everybody doing? Very good, especially after this coconut lassi, I believe.
Yes.
So I'm Dr. Sahana. I studied Ayurveda for 9 years in India. I did my bachelor's degree for 5 years and then I joined for master's. As Monica was telling, believe it or not, my specialty is Ayurvedic surgery. It's yeah, I know. I see many people doing what? Ayurvedic surgery, yeah. Among 8 branches of Ayurveda, surgery is also one branch and still in practice in India. So many people doesn't aware of it, how surgery is done in Ayurveda. But that is the reason we believe Ayurveda is a total science, it's a full science. It explains about the pediatrics, obstetrics, surgery, ENT, what we call Shalakya, general medicine, the herbs, that's called pharmacology. So it is a science which contains everything in it. And I'm the proof. I study surgery. Though it's not very advanced like modern surgeries, but still some of the very nice and special tools are, surgical tools are available for some diseases till today in Ayurveda. So I did my master's for 3 years, then I joined as a lecturer in a college. I served for both graduate and postgraduate students. I was guiding the postgraduate students for their research and thesis works. And after that, at the same time, I was managing the hospital surgery department, the college hospital surgery department. I treated many surgical diseases like the complications of diabetes, diabetic ulcers, the different kinds of abscesses, the cysts, and especially the specialty of Ayurvedic surgery concentrate on anorectal cases. That's the hemorrhoids, fistula, and fissure. So, as all of us know, the treatments available for these 3, what we can say, the nasty disorders. The area is like that, it's in the anal region, the rectum region, and it's very, very painful. But still, many allopathic or the modern surgeries are available for these conditions, but they are all painful. The healing is very much delayed because you know that area is contaminated all the time. So if you do surgery on that area, if you cut and make a wound, the healing is very, very difficult in that area, and also the complications and also the recurrence. So all these 4 factors are involved in the modern surgery. But for this, in Ayurveda, we used to treat it with a herbal chemical, which is called as a herbal cautery, which will be called Shara. This is much, much more efficient, much more painless, and the recovery is very, very fast, and the recurrence chance is very, very, very low when compared to the modern surgery. So that is the field where I used to practice in. I treated nearly about 50 to 60 patients with the anorectal conditions like hemorrhoids, fistula, fissure in ano, such as diseases. Then I got married and my husband was working here in San Diego and I followed him. So after that I came to San Diego 4 years back, and after that I had my baby and I was a baby caretaker. I was a good mother for my baby. So now she's 4-year-old and she's going to her preschool. So I'm kind of trying to get back on my path a little bit. So for my luck, last September I met Dr. Monica Bhatia. I talked to her about my interest in restarting my career. So she happily encouraged me and she gave me an opportunity to teach in her San Diego College of Ayurveda. So I'm now a faculty in San Diego College of Ayurveda. I take online classes there and I'm helping her with the workshops and the other workshops and cooking workshops like this. So here I am. This is my brief introduction. So I'm very happy to meet all you people today and to talk about the Ayurvedic, the spices which are considered as the healing herbs in Ayurveda. So I would like to pass these. I've made a small sample packets of the spices. Some of them are missing, but still I got many of them, which we are going to talk today. So I must pause around this. Just try to see how many of them you identify. And please don't look on the label on the backside because I just used the sachets which I got my Swarovski crystals for my daughter, so but I didn't name them just to know how many of you can identify each of it. So just don't look for any description on the back of the label. Wait. The dosha, do you know your dosha? You do, right? So, you know your dosha? Okay, that's good. This question I'm asking because this is the main basis for maintaining the health and healing the problems. So, we go by the basis of dosha. So that is the reason you have to know what is your constitution. Dosha is nothing but your physical, mental constitution. And Ayurveda believes that it is unique to individual person. So your constitution may not be same as the hers. So your prakriti and her prakriti, your dosha and her dosha cannot be exactly similar. Just like as we say, two snowflakes are not exactly similar in structure. So they differ. So the dosha of one person is different from the dosha of the other person. So before we start to heal ourselves, before we start to take any medicine or to start any diet or anything, we should know who we are in terms of dosha. So one drug or one herb may be suitable for Susan, that may not be suitable for you. So Ayurveda believes on a customized treatment. The treatment is customized for each and every person. So if 3 persons comes with a symptom or a complaint of headache, the causes may be different. In one person, it may be because of excessive stress, tension, because of the excessive pitta in the body. For other person, it can be just the tension headache or because of the excessive dryness, etc., which is a pure vata condition. So the herb which we give for a pitta person will be entirely different for a herb which we give for a vata person. They cannot be similar because they have 2 different forms of attributes. Because the pitta is hot, vata is cold. Pitta is very tikshna, or you call it very sharp, but vata is volatile, subtle. So they have entirely different attributes or what is called gunas, characteristics. That is the reason we have to know who you are at first before we start anything. So, would you like some help to do your dosha test? Nandini, I think. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. So before we start the practical part of today's workshop, cooking workshop, I know all are very much interested in practical, how it's made and when we can taste. I know it sounds very tasty, but before the practical, it is very, very important to know a little bit of theory also. So always the theory and the practical goes hand in hand. So when we know the theory only, then we can implement it in practical. So here I am to give a brief introduction of the spices, in which way it can be used, for which dosha it is good, and how it can be used, and whichever the conditions is beneficial. So I'm here to give a brief idea about these spices which we are using today.
What are your combination of pitta?
Yeah, then we have to see which one is more. So you cannot say if you are a combination of vata pitta, your vata may, at the current stage, the vata may be a little more aggravated than the pitta, or your pitta can be a little more elevated than the vata. So which one is the highest increased dosha that has to be subsided without balancing the other one, which is involved. So if vata pitta are imbalanced, so we have to, if it's a pitta is the most increased and vata is the less increased dosha, we have to subside pitta but without elevating vata. So without disturbing it. Okay? So in such case what we do, we take the help of rasa. The sweet taste, as we know, it is good for both vata and it is good for pitta. So we use the drugs which which are having properties to help for both vata and pitta. If you use the sweet drugs, it reduces the vata, at the same time it maintains the pitta too. So in such case we have to plan like that. So everybody has got the handout, right? So you just keep looking on that and you go in the order. So what are the spices? Spices, what are they? Yeah, banana is also a spice. Yeah. But what are they?
What are they?
Yeah. Not necessarily be a seed, it can be any part of an herb or the drug. It can be any part of the plant, which is aromatic. So spice, we can say, these are the herbs which are used to make the things aromatic, which are used to make the food or any preparation flavorful. Do you agree? Isn't it? Though we use pepper for pungency, for spiciness, but it has its unique flavor, isn't it? So most of the spices, they are the substances which are used to give a specific flavor or aroma to the dishes. At the same time, they help to maintain the health and they help us to heal. So they are called spices. Can spices be used like any other main foods like vegetables or grains like that? No. The spices should always be used in a tiny pinch, isn't it? So if we use in large quantity, like as we use our vegetables or grains like rice, etc., so it can cause very harm. So the spices are the things which we use in a tiny pinch to give distinctive flavor or aroma to the foods. So Ayurveda believes that most spices also come with the therapeutic properties. So every meal that includes spices can become an experience in enhancing health and well-being. So Ayurveda believes everything which is available on this earth has a healing property, provided it is used in a proper manner, in a proper dosage, in a proper way. So everything available on this universe is having the healing property. Only thing you should know how to use it, when to use it, and what dose and which way. So even Ayurveda says the poison is given in a micrograms for a long time. It becomes satya and it can be used as a medicine. So that we call it as becoming habituated. So in ancient Indian culture, there was a thing like when the kings were ruling, they used to feed a poison in a very, very micrograms to a newborn baby. So ultimately that lady will become poisonous. So they use that lady to attack the enemies, to fight them and kill them like that. So that's how even the poison can be used. It's not that the poison kills the person all the time. It is on the dose and how you administer it. So Ayurveda, the ancient system of healing from India, has been singing the praises of spices as the wonder foods. Ayurveda is calling the spices as wonder foods. These spices are the ingredients of many synergetic Ayurvedic herbal formulations. These spices, not only used in cooking, they are the ingredients, they are the components in many synergetic Ayurvedic formulations like Shuvastachur or many other formulations. We can see the use of these spices. But they are not only the ingredients of various formulations, but also they are the integral part of Indian cooking. So whenever you get to an Indian restaurant, you will get a typical that flavor or aroma of these spices. Spices are being extensively used in India from very, very, very ancient times. So that is the reason in India if you go, it's like common household remedies. My grandmother, she's not a doctor, but she knew thousands of household remedies. Like if it's like bloating or gastric distribution of the abdomen, she says, hey,